She looks so good.
Yes. No. Oh my God.
Oh no! Look at she. No, 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 no. Yeah. Oh. Dude. I love this game. Let's go, baby. Woo. Oh, my quarter. My quarter. Get it. Mine. Oh, I can climb on it? Oh, that's so sick. Oh. Yeah, boy.
The more straight-laced you are in the streets, the more likely you are to be a freak in the sheets.
Yeehaw!
Yeehaw! Welcome, everybody. Hello, Hank. Hello, NBK. Hello, MXA Ghost. Hello, probably Narwhal. And hi, I'm Button. Happy Friday night. How's everyone?
You guys want to rest here?
Alrighty. I think I was in the middle of side questing, and then I figured I can't accomplish them. They're hard. So we're gonna continue the story. And then we were like, are we gonna get space gameplay, or are we just gonna appear on Xenegas? Lenegus. Why did I think it was Z at first? Please, cuddle up. I'm very lonely. I kept saying Zen something, but it just wasn't. So we're actually just gonna get started with that right away.
It's quite hot here. The climate feels different.
Seriously? Is this a joke?
Oh. The first zone
Okay.
monsters.
We're all right, Alphen.
Thanks for the raid. The Halo's looking good, man. Looks like it plays well. The audio is probably the highlight so far to me. The graphics look great in my opinion. The textures and stuff on all the character models, I feel like they did it perfectly. And then I was like noticing the ragdoll physics too, which seemed really good. I didn't get in. I was watching NBK play, and I'm giving my impressions based on watching him play.
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
So we're back in the Zion Mine tunnels. Who would have thought we'd be going through this place again? This is where you and I first fought together.
And also the first time we touched, as I recall.
Yo.
Wait, really?
Yes, really.
I want my wife to remember that. Okay. So if you don't remember, this is one of the first areas in the game. And they're having us backtrack here towards a volcano. Aha.
So this path is supposed to take us out to Berg Volcano?
We're not gonna see any lava burst out in front of us or anything. Are
Volcano
we?
Don't get
is
so
what I'm gonna
paranoid you
call
let
it.
a rock fall on your head, Law.
How about the rest of you? What y'all been up to? Volcano.
Ugh, so hot.
Well, yeah. We've reached the inner portion of Berg Volcano.
We need to find that starship. And fast.
That's no ordinary enemy I see over there.
So,
This one's tough, but we have no choice.
Let me know if you need healing.
This one's all mine.
It's a duel of the arts.
It's over.
Firmament Ranger.
You got flyers.
I've got this. Let a marksman handle it.
All yours.
Now.
Don't worry, I've got plenty.
Commander of Heaven.
Phoenix Cyclone!
Did it.
Yeah! Nice technique!
The enemy wields arts too.
You'll soon see about that. This'll come in handy.
You're mine.
Now.
Light burst forth.
Radiant Genesis. Lightning.
Harvest Moon is not as bad as you expected. Hank's pumped.
I'm
Heck
pretty
yeah.
lucky.
Me too.
Little help.
Here I come.
Not my watch.
I'm knocked up.
This is going to tear you to shreds.
Here I come.
You have to aim for the bright area on their back.
Oh, she straight up tells you that?
Aim for the weak spot.
All back in their defense.
Glad you have your uses.
There are I'll show you how useful I can be.
Hurricane Raging Storm.
Astral Arts.
That's my cue.
Shut him down.
Sleep now. This way. Arch Field.
Burn in hell.
Annihilation. Lightning Orb.
Soaring
More
light.
with
You
that.
made me angry. That was a bad idea.
In here.
I'm not done.
Get on it.
I'm excited to just look at the league again, man.
Flare the Malisa!
Lightning
Here I come.
Annihilation.
Megasonic thrust.
Piercing
You're finished.
Raging Storm.
Hurricane thrust.
Celestial Pierce Evil.
You made me angry. That was a bad idea.
I let my guard down.
Stay away from my friend. Now, while it's reeling.
Take it down!
No escape.
A whirling blah blah blah.
Now you see what I can do.
I'm not done. It's time.
Resuscitation!
Raining slash.
Train harder.
I'm already having a blast. This is fun.
This one keeps charging us.
That's what my shield's for.
Do without.
Get behind me.
Got it.
Oh, there's another big boy? Shoot.
I never fix.
I think I didn't realize.
Tiger Blade.
Raining slash. Megasonic thrust.
Down.
Sweet dreams.
Megasonic thrust.
You fight better at a distance. The further away, the better. You and I
just
both.
like that, I'm back in it.
Start by holding the front line.
No sooner said than done.
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis!
I need to be stronger.
So Bayonetta fans, how do you feel about that trailer?
This might be some decent equipment.
Anything
As a
that
Lappy
makes
fan, they
battles
got
easier
you
is
good.
okay by me.
Dude, Star Fox 64 is one of the greats. Yeah, I wasn't really interested in that trailer. I don't know if it's a fair comparison, but with Project Eve having been just shown and looking just sick.
An opponent like this should be easy. Here I come.
I can carve through armor. Take this. Take cover when it crawls up.
By the power of the
No armor can stop me. Remind me to stay on your good side.
Do you not always fight big shit?
Just as well, I'm here to stop.
I'll take you all on.
I didn't mean like graphically though, I just meant
Stop you dying?
from what I saw it was just,
Hurt bad.
I think it looks better than Project Eve. Okay.
I'll take you
I like all
on.
the different mechanics I saw in Project Eve.
Flare the Malika.
The flames will
You're
rise.
mine.
But I have never played a Bayonetta game.
We turn the tables on him.
There are still more left.
Right. No time to hold back.
I think the enemy's getting desperate.
Got them where we want them.
Don't take your hands up.
As impressive as always.
And here I hope that was true.
No, I mean, you're even better than ever. I've never seen Sion actually look flustered.
Dude, the combat dialogue, it is evolving.
No more. You're quite the gunslinger.
I have to be, in this world.
Don't worry. I've got your back.
What the heck? He can do this?
You can make plants grow instantly?
Once
Why don't we
again,
use this for fruits and vegetables?
the game reads my
I'd
mind.
rather not be our party's fertilizer. Thank you very much.
This will be a delicious piece of cake.
Megasonic thrust! Sword Rain Alpha!
Inferno
You're finished!
Yeah, that's why I always try to make things clear about where my opinions come from and why they're not always warranted.
Scoundrels.
Sounds like a job for yours truly.
You've got a knack for battle.
I still plan
Leave
on
the
training.
enemy's arc to me.
That's what I like to hear. As impressive as always.
Here I hope that wasn't true.
No, I mean, you're even better than ever. I've never seen Xion actually look flustered. Here's evil, time to start a whirling struggle. Winds of heaven, bring more, here! One more! Feel, tiger blade!
Either way, probably will never play Bayo 3 or any Bayonetta.
Everyone still in one piece?
Sorry, my nose is a little funky tonight. Hopefully it clears up as we go.
I won't forgive you! Going in! Glacial Spear! Here's evil! Tiger Blade! Thick as armor!
You want me? Come get me!
Flying freeze! Why can't they just sit still? Xion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done!
Armor's too strong. Split it open! Be my guest. You're mine!
I owe you, Xion. Healing is what my arts do best. All mine can do is cause havoc and destruction. Thanks, Kisara. Light Astro!
I'll smash you!
Healing circle! Thanks so much! Lightning McDowell! Thunder! Tiger Blade! Water!
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
All healed. What a snake!
Megasonic Thrust! Take this!
A whirling struggle!
Look sharp! I owe you one back.
Here I come! Blow away!
This one's mine.
As impressive as always.
Here I hope that was improving.
Man, if a game called Bayonetta 3,
Say no more.
did anyone believed
This could be useful.
a tease that she died?
My face is starting to sting, and my throat feels super parched.
Here, have some water. Just make sure you don't drink too much.
Thanks.
You want some too, Xion?
That sound effect of her drinking was really funny.
Anything, aren't you?
I'm fine, thank you very much.
Gotta break through!
Anything former is all mine.
Require complete focus.
Emben's just ready to counter anything anyone says.
The flash. I'll take it from here. Let's see how you handle this. Deus Roar! Lunar Corruption! Tempest Annihilation!
Here I come!
I'm out of ammo!
This one's mine.
Hurricane Thrust! Inferno Sphere!
Appreciate the help. Make it rain.
Do it! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Well, it's good, the fans are happy.
You're the one who did the heavy lifting.
Do you think, Lappy will actually be in the game in any capacity? Or did they really just do that specifically for the trailer? Psych out.
Seriously? Is this a joke?
I'll smash you!
Is
it cool? Time to get out of the way! Megasonic Thrust!
Get behind me.
Not on my watch! Annihilation!
This one's
Blow
mine.
away!
Lightning Orb! More without you, Rob! Magic is
You're
there!
mine.
Thunder Blade! I'll heal you all! Healing! Crescent Moon! In here!
Appreciate the help.
I don't know what I'd do without you.
Perhaps
Wait, but you just said no.
I really don't. Raining Thrust!
I'm hurt bad.
Take this!
A whirling struggle! I'll
Blow
heal
away!
heaven!
Here!
Going in!
As impressive.
I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare Demolisher!
Here I go.
Look shot!
Steel Sword! Arc Seal!
No escape!
Tiger Blade! I fell! Take it!
Raining
One
Slash!
sword!
Plasma Shock!
Glacial Punch!
Raging Storm!
Inferno
Do
Fury!
it!
Could have been worse.
Go no further!
Raining Slash! Not today!
This one's
Come and
mine.
face me!
Stay on instant! Not in your dreams!
The bigger they
I
are,
never
the
miss.
harder they fall. Now you see what I can do.
Aim for the weak spot!
Fall in Searing flame!
Take this!
Glacial
Raining
Punch!
Slash!
Burning strike!
Inferno
Flame inside me! Yours to be let green!
Spear! Here's evil!
Plasma Shock!
Aw, too shy to come over. Here, let me help.
Not today!
Will this help?
Lunar Rondo!
Freeze Lancer! Dance in the wind!
You made me angry.
Now I can
That
let
was
loose!
a bad idea.
Dohaline!
Light Burst Void!
Radiant Genesis! Radiant Light! Pierce! Bronze and red!
Pierce!
Glacial
None shall
Punch!
radiate storm!
Where are you going?
Celestial Hammer! Ice Serpent!
Anything normal is all. I'll take you all on. Ha! Flare Demolisher! That's it!
Lunar Blast! Back into the fray!
I can carve through
Raging
armor!
Storm! Mega Ray!
What do you whiff? God dang it.
Flame of
Mega
Fury!
Sonic Thrust!
Raging Storm!
Oh, the staggers. Oh, jeez, the staggers, dude.
Healing
Switch
Circle!
to nothing gets by me.
Lunar Rondo! Okay, here I go!
Dazzling Spin!
Hurricane Thrust! Hold nothing back! Raining Slash! Blew away! Raining Slash! Blew
This
away!
one's mine.
Ignite!
Perfect moment! Scion Instant!
Raining Slash!
Sealed!
Blew away!
Raining Slash!
Raining
I
Slash!
had to use it
Azure
sometime.
Storm!
Make it rain! Healing Circle! Thanks so much! Thanks for the healing. Watch yourself, okay? Yeah.
Here I
You
go!
too.
We did it!
As impressive as
Anything
always.
in armor.
Where are
Here I
you
hope
going?
No, I mean, you're even better than ever.
I've never seen Xion actually look flustered. Ice for Xion! Astral Energy! Full throttle!
Boom.
I think I'm getting stronger.
Hey, new equipment!
What in the world? Why do I have this elemental guard that has insane stats? Holy moly, that must have been a rare drop or something.
Equipment!
Out of our way!
Mega Sonic Thrust! I'll smash you! I take this!
Freeze Lancer!
I'm gone.
This one's all mine!
Freezing
Raining
Storm!
Blast!
Thunder Beam!
Blew away!
Raging Hurricane!
Take this!
A whirling struggle! Mega Ray! Winds of Heaven! First Sleep Mode!
Burn!
Let's get you all
Take
tucked
this!
away! Corruption!
Blew away!
This one's mine!
Raining Slash!
Inferno
Mega Sonic Thrust!
Water! Unleveling! Arc Big waterfall! In here!
This far enough!
I'll
You're
be
mine!
saving
Take
this one!
this!
Mega ray! Sleep now!
You're mine!
More for the
Soaring light spear! Lunar rondo!
Time to stop! Will this help?
Try harder! My turn! Blast the shot!
Healing circle!
Make it rain!
Kisara! Frozen!
Hammer!
How much longer will our healing arts last?
Hey,
Right, here goes! Look sharp!
there's a lot of fights, man.
Now you see what I can do! No further! It's
Here
time!
goes! One more! Where are you going? Here's
Blew away! Burn in hell!
Go for the weak point!
Now
Keep up the pressure! Lunar blast! Base drop
Blew away!
Falling storm!
Megasonic thrust! Enter storm!
Do it! Make it rain! Astral energy!
Say no more!
Yo, that was sick.
You sure showed them.
All in a day's work. What's this thing? I need something to eat.
Okay, how about Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong, dude? Love it.
Guess I misread the landing.
This will be a delicious piece of cake.
Come one, come all!
Love Seth Rogen, man.
I have no limits!
Glacial spear. Nothing can fight me. Freeze laser.
Anything in armor is all mine!
Will this help?
Blew away!
Magic is there. I can't heal you forever.
Looks like you came to my rescue again.
You need to be careful. With the blazing sword and with my sword.
Shion.
Time to shine.
I'll smash you! No further!
Will this help?
Raining slap! Burn!
Raging cascade.
Thanks!
In here. Top field.
Raining slap!
I'll be saving Mega ray.
Plasma shot!
All right. It's showtime.
You're mine!
Dance in the wind.
Sword Rain Alpha!
This one's mine.
Take
this.
Inferno
Where are you
Crossing!
going? Get on in there with the
Here I come!
Is there no way out?
Here I come!
Glacial
Blew
spear.
away!
Here's the evil.
Try harder! My turn!
An outstanding.
Next!
As impressive as always.
Here I hope they'll let me through.
No, I mean, you're even better than ever.
I've never seen Xion actually look flustered. Glacial spear.
I'm sure even Chris Pratt is gonna be great, even though it seems weird.
On guard. Now, I'm out of ammo. Astral energy.
Say no more! Got it!
Well done.
On guard! One more! You're mine!
Confiscated.
I think this is like just a weird new stigma he has now, even though he started off in like comedy. That's just how I feel.
There, got you.
Here I come!
Make it rain. Astral energy.
Say no more! They've really got us on the ropes.
Don't forget to heal your wounds.
You heal my wounds.
Calcified. Calaglia.
What kind of poem is that?
A sparse one.
Yeah, I mean,
Gotta break through!
Here's the wall.
You're mine!
This one's mine.
that's what I'm saying.
Burn!
Appreciate the help.
Take this!
Concentration.
Take this!
Radiant, look here. Now.
Chill!
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
A freezing storm. Where are you going?
Did you see this
Blew away!
coming?
Plasma
Hurricane slice.
Falling storm.
Take this!
Blew away.
It sounds like Rinwell has two different blah blah blahs,
Light burst forth.
Radiant Genesis!
which I think is funny.
Going in! Now!
Look sharp.
Kitara! Frozen!
Hammer. Now that's what I call ice.
Together, I knew we could do it.
Out of our way.
Passion force in this flame!
Azure Storm. Glacial fire.
Freeze laser!
Inferno
Prophet!
I owe you one.
Azure Storm.
Cyan instant! Go for the weak point!
Going.
Blow away.
I think the enemy's getting desperate.
Got them where we want them.
Don't tip your hand though.
As impressive as always.
And here I hope that was improved.
No, I mean, you're even better than ever.
I've never seen Xion actually look flustered.
Thanks, Shion.
Be careful not to overdo it.
I'm sorry. I'll do better.
I'm not done.
Lightning roar!
Piercing roar.
Raging lightning!
Take this.
A whirling trouble! Instant! Winds of heaven! First in here!
You're mine.
Saving this
Raining
healing
strike.
circle!
Okay, here I go.
And this whirl!
Dude,
Anything in armor is all mine.
shout out, like, the guy, I forgot what his name is right now. I know it's not shout out to Yokotaro anymore, is it? Well, him. He mentioned the name Golgotha today, and I just could not remember where it was from. But we just say Golgotha, Golgotha for GG, but I don't know why. What is actually Golgotha?
Look sharp. Lightning tiger blade.
He was streaming Castlevania today. The G-Virus got it.
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
It was bothering me at work. He just said it, and I was like, "Wait, what? What is this from? Why am I cracking up right now?" Sorry, text. Oh. And thank goodness I joined his stream. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have noticed you went live, Nicholas. Whom I shall remind right now that I asked you to let me know.
It's crazy to see rocks melt before our eyes.
Watch where you're going, everyone. If you fall, there will be nothing left of you.
Exactly. So don't try anything funny. Especially you, Law. No pushing anyone, not even as a joke.
Especially Yola. Dude, what? Is this just a shortcut for no reason? Oh, there's a treasure chest. There's a reason, is what you're telling me.
I didn't know you had that sort of trick up your sleeve, Dohalim. I would have figured rocks and plants would be too different for you to handle both.
Not necessarily.
Honestly, he's just whipping out all these skills that don't make any sense.
Both of them contain Earth astral energy. Luckily for me, this area is rich not only in fire and
Seriously? Is this a joke?
But yeah, dude, I was listening to that pistol in Halo Infinite. Those gunshots sound so good.
Like moths to the flame.
wrong fight! Here! Permanent render! Another element to the fray! Annihilation! Wall! Radiant flood! Here!
Swordman Alpha! You'll pay for that! Plasma shock!
I'll bring you back from death to this!
You're finished!
I can't hold on much longer! Raging Cascade!
Try harder!
Gemini Aqua!
Not a chance!
Mega Ray! Magic is in! It's time to finish this! Die!
It's time to duel.
Wildfire!
Here I come!
Here goes! You're really, really strong, Alvin!
I'm just trying to do the best I can.
Still, reassuring to have you around. Impressive as always.
And here I hoped I was improving.
No, I mean you're even better than ever. I've never seen Xion actually look flustered. I can do it all day. Tiger Blade! Lion Power! Blah, blah, blah. Tiger Blade!
Magic.
Turn the tables on him!
There are still more left. I think the enemy's
No
getting
time to hold
desperate.
back! Got them where we want them!
Don't tip your hand, though.
Swordman Alpha!
You made me angry. That's a bad idea.
Now!
Inferno Crossing!
Take going in.
You're mine!
Inferno
Blow
Crossing!
away!
I owe you one for that.
Instant!
I'll take you all on. Ha!
Okay, what else was in the direct?
Against my full power, you didn't stand a chance.
Kirby and the Forgotten Land. Kingdom?
This one will require complete focus! No more Miss Nice Girl! Going in! Vanquish darkness!
Probably not something I'll play again, but looks cool. I'm into it.
This one is mine.
Do it! Xion, Astral Energy! Full throttle! A flawless victory. Naturally. None shall escape my full time. Magic is in! Thunderblade! Ray!
Azure Storm!
Piercing
Here I come! You'll pay for that!
Lunar Corruption! Assault! Lunar Blast!
Hurricane Thrust! Take this!
Has Kirby always existed in like an Earth-like city?
Swordman Alpha! Here I come!
Radiant Star!
We did it!
As impressive as always.
Here I hoped I was improving.
No, I mean you're even better than ever. I've never seen Xion actually look flustered. Dance in the way! A welcome trouble! Winds of heaven! First force!
Raining slash!
Now!
Plasma shock!
This'll come in handy. Now! Make it rain! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Okay, well that's interesting then, that they're coming to like that mall-looking
You sure you still want to press forward?
interior.
If something happened to you,
We'll be alright, Xion.
Hi, Hoodle!
Hi, Hoodle.
Now you see what I can do! Can't get out of this!
Hurricane Strike! This far enough! Here's evil! I never miss! Going in! Don't mind if I do!
Aim for their weak spot!
Tiger Blade!
Raining slash! Eat them!
Lion Power! Do it! Magic Law! Demons Descent!
Flashing bang!
Not a chance!
Permanent Render! Tiger Blade!
Hurricane
Lion
Thrust!
Power!
Lunar Rumble!
Did you just teleport? Oh, my Gukenki flashbacks right now. Flashbacks. Flashbacks.
Falling Storm! A whirling trouble! Reload! Winds of Power! Xion, Astral Energy! Full throttle!
Dude, Chocobo GP!
Not too shabby, if I do say so myself.
far more than the power I can conjure alone.
It
that's for
looks so
sure.
good.
Was that a compliment?
But you're Hypno Steiner, and I'm glad he's in it because Vivi's in it, and they're like inseparable in my mind right now. Not just any black mage, it's Vivi. Oh my god, I hope Steiner just has that constant mean looking mug on his face. And the carts? Fucking... I think it was Vivi. He had a freaking Sid Oglop cart, dude. So even the carts are like based on the games they came from. Gilgamesh? What a pull. I'll be right back. Yeah, who do you want? Who do you want to be sure is in Chocobo GP? Man, I was just about to say probably no, like, main characters, but Vivi and Steiner, dude. Queena? Yes. That's the whole 9 cast, man. It seemed like they all would fit so well. This guy, except he's evolved. Dude, Ignis driving Regalia, yes.
What the hell is that thing? Probably that monster Nath warned us about, if I had to guess.
Do you think this might have been where one of those lights that shot out of the wedge landed?
Full scale.
Why this location? If the purpose of the
Yeah, I
wedge
hope
is
they
to
don't
harvest Dana's
modify
astral
any
energy.
character models. Because Vivi and Steiner just look like that, right?
Thing gets into town, it's going to cause chaos. We need to take it down and move on.
No, they'd probably use the $15 version of 15 character models. I don't know why I said $15. I have no idea how much it actually
We have
costs.
no choice.
Let me know if you need
Efrit
healing.
Malum.
Here it comes! Focus!
On your toes, everyone.
Man, fuck my toes.
Suddenly turning tails doesn't
What do I do?
seem so ridiculous.
Why? Are you scared?
Me? Are you?
Do you even have to ask?
I can't even attack right now.
Scared.
Focus up before we become that thing's lunch.
They're just gonna talk for a
Is that
while.
Zoogle? Take
Oh, here we
care
go,
of it
okay.
while keeping an eye on it.
While keeping an eye on it. Shit.
A charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to
How? I have to...
Breathe now. Get out of there with the others.
This is looking good.
get behind me!
Ignite!
Look sharp!
These are like full health,
Just like that,
not weekend versions of these Zoogles.
no sooner said than done.
I never miss. Hurricane fire. Beast assault. Lightning.
You're mine! Hurricane
Lunar
thrust!
corruption. Gemini aqua.
You're mine!
By the
Here's the
power
word
of
up!
annihilation.
Take this!
Mega
Rain
ray.
slash!
Dance in the
Megasonic
wind.
thrust!
Air
Here!
thrust.
This!
Lightning aqua. Healing thunderstrike.
Be careful not to overdo it.
What's he doing?
I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare Demolisher! Ha!
Nobody else. Nobody else has any Chocobo GP ideas.
Blew away! Megasonic thrust!
Obviously the staples like Mog, Cactuar, Tonberry, right?
You'll pay for that!
Planet Earth.
I owe you, Theo. All mine can do is cause havoc and destruction.
Holy shit. If Planet Earth's in the game, I'm gonna lose my damn mind, dude.
Bring you back from death to this.
Holy shit.
Raining slash! Eat dirt!
It looks like you got this one covered. Freeze lance tiger blade.
Raining slash!
Oh, freaking Snow and his summon.
Blew away! Raining Kick it! Raining slash!
This one's mine!
Raining slash!
I'll heal you all.
The flame inside me yearns to be let free! No escape! Blew away!
It's time to finish this. Die. Consuming wildfire.
Here I come! Now!
Wow, just one hit.
Take it down. I'll heal you all.
Stay away from my friends!
One more!
Here I go!
Bring back from death to
Blew
base!
away!
Beast assault!
Now I can let loose!
Shield and fate!
I've still got some fight left in me.
Inferno!
Blew away!
This one's mine!
Blew away!
Searing
Blew
flame.
away!
All disasters
Raining
made
slash!
one.
You're finished!
Here's the evil.
Tiger blade!
You're mine! Remove!
Astral energy.
Say no more!
Art sealed.
Here come more!
We'll just have to keep
Ah, this is such a weird boss.
Astral arts?
That's my cue.
It's kinda lame.
Shut him down!
Freeze Lancer.
Open up shop.
Time.
Azure Storm!
Make it rain! Astral energy! Full throttle! A flawless victory.
You're mine!
Naturally. I'm out of energy. I'm out of dreams. Mega Burst! Go! Annihilation!
Radiant strike!
Do it! Go, Helene!
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis! Annihilation! Hear me! Flame of Fury! Glacial Spear!
Why does she constantly have her power ready? That's so weird. I must be doing something right. What? Game? That was dumb.
Azure Storm! The flaming sword to be let free! Take it! Not today!
Don't mind if I do.
I'll take you all on. Ha! Flare Demolisher!
Azure Storm!
That's it!
Plasma shot!
Freezing storm! Supernova! Hurricane strike! One at a time! In here!
Make it rain!
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis!
What is my camera doing, man? More summons.
Reinforcements incoming!
Not a problem!
Gosh. This is not cool.
Hurricane, here I come!
One more!
Sorry.
You're mine!
Of course she died. Right when I needed her most.
Back from death's
Nicole!
I'll bring you back from death's abyss!
Here I come! Azure
Resuscitation!
Storm!
I'll heal you all! I'll bring you back from death's abyss!
You picked the wrong fight!
I can't hold on much longer!
End like this.
They're all coming after me!
Oh god, it's getting hard.
I'm not scared! I'm totally fine!
Now you see what I can do!
Damn it! How long can we keep this up?
Don't pull back! They can smell fear.
Oh,
Kinda hard not.
how long can we keep this up, he says. Kind of hinting to me that this might just be an endurance test.
Real pain feels like?
Oh no, we wiped. Shit. Ah, man. Yeah, Hank. They're not like horrible about it. They're not horrible about dodging. Rinwell seems to be pretty bad at it. And Kisara as well, because she doesn't dodge. Kisara only has a shield.
This one's tough, but we have no choice.
Let me know if you need healing.
Here it comes! Focus!
On your toes, everyone!
Nothing gets by
Suddenly
me!
turning tails doesn't seem so ridiculous.
Why? Are you scared?
Me? Are you?
Do you even have to ask? Of course I'm scared!
Focus up before we become that thing's lunch!
It's summoning Zoogles? Take care of them while keeping an eye on it.
Going in!
Where are you going?
Denied!
Plasma shot!
I can carve through
Will
armor!
this help?
No further.
Time to shine. In here.
It's all mine.
There you go. Don't let up.
Okay, here I go.
And just like that, I'm back in it.
Start by holding the front line.
No sooner said than done.
This one keeps charging us.
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Got it. I'll leave it to you.
A whirling struggle.
Blew away.
Winds of heaven.
Now I can let loose. Burn in hell.
Looks like you came to my rescue again.
I'll take you all on.
Good question. I'm not able to pay enough attention to answer that.
Tiger Blade.
Amazing.
Megasonic thrust.
Inferno
Where are you
Crossing.
going?
Azure Storm.
Going in.
Hurricane strike. I'll heal you all. Raging cascade.
I can barely pay enough attention to dodge it.
Tiger blade. Here's evil. I'll be saving you.
Azure Storm. I could do without this pain.
This one's mine.
I'll heal you all.
Okay, guys, we need to lure them this way.
Steel force.
This one's all mine.
Blah blah blah. Hurricane strike.
They ain't coming.
Get on in there with the others. The one blah blah blah. Magic. And let's go.
Fucking Shion, dude.
Stay away from my friends.
Hey!
Blew away.
Glacial fire.
No. Can't end here.
Air thrust.
This is going poorly.
Vanquish dark.
The fact that the monsters are just staying within range
Not done yet.
of the Titan.
Here's evil.
Oh my god. This is making it like impossible.
Arrow squall. I'm
Let's just die.
You have to hold on. Fantastic. Now my clothes are ruined. Leave the chargers to me. Sloppy.
Yeah, I agree. And if you get a perfect block on her, it negates damage completely, but I don't know if the AI is doing that at all.
one's tough, but we have no choice.
Let me know if you need healing.
Here it comes! Focus!
On your toes, everyone.
Leave the chargers to me!
Suddenly turning tail doesn't seem so ridiculous.
Why? Are you scared?
Me? Are you?
Do you even have to ask? Of course I'm scared.
Focus up before we become that thing's lunch.
It's summoning Zoogle? Take care of them while keeping an eye on it. No, it won't end like this.
You pay for that!
Oh my god, everyone died immediately! What the fuck?
I hope this medicine works.
Tiger Blade!
You picked the wrong fight!
Far enough!
I'll smash you!
Lightning!
No further!
On guard!
Raining try hard!
Into
No,
the
you can't!
line!
Let's go! I'll take you all on!
It looks like you got this one covered.
Tiger Blade!
That's
Try
what
not
I
here.
without you.
Tiger Blade!
Luna Rondo hits on!
Raging
Take this.
Cascade! Spread!
Raining Raining
Leave me all alone here. Shattering pieces!
Lightning Energy!
You picked the wrong fight!
I can carve through armor! Here
I'm not
goes!
done!
Thunderblade! There you go! Thunderblade!
Fire ahead.
Pull away!
Will this help? Tempest Whirl!
Take this!
Celestial
I owe you one.
I owe you, Sion. Healing is what my arts do best. All mine can do is cause havoc and destruction.
My head's spinning just watching
Raining
you!
slash! This one's all mine!
Tempest Whirl!
Wanna stay quick?
You're mine!
Thanks for the healing. Watch yourself, okay? Yeah,
charging
you too.
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Got it! I'll leave it to you!
Hurricane strike! On guard! One more! Let's keep up the pressure!
This'll come in handy.
This isn't looking good!
Hurricane strike!
Raging Storm!
Now, while it's reeling!
Take it down! Hurricane strike! Do it!
Remote!
Astral Energy!
Say no more! Got it!
Well done. Raging Storm!
Is this it?
Oh my fuck.
You have to hold on. I'm out of ammo. Let's get you all tucked away.
This one's mine!
Will this help?
Not done yet!
Wild Warrior!
Take this! Raining slash!
Healing Circle! I never miss!
Amazing. That's it!
I owe you!
Tempest Whirl! Slow
Take this!
Graviton!
No escape! Burn in hell!
This one's mine!
I'm not done! Blow away! Raining slash! Blow away! Stay away from my friends! It's over!
Hurricane Strike! A whirling blah blah blah.
You're mine!
It's go time! Get on in there with the others.
Raining slash! Blow away!
Seal! Let's get you all tucked away.
Blow away!
Thunder Field!
Raining slash!
Banana Blade! Tiger Blade! Seal!
Take this! I don't know what I'd do without you.
Perhaps now isn't the time?
I really don't. Raining slash!
Got it! Freezing storm! Mega Jet! Ice Tornado!
This one's all mine!
Xion, Astral Energy! Full throttle!
There!
Here come more!
You'll just have to keep fighting.
Magic is
The enemy wields
Don't
honor
mind
too.
if I do. We'll soon see about that.
Going in! One more!
Raining
More
slash!
where that came from.
Tiger Blade!
Now! Astral Energy!
Say no more!
They're all coming after me.
I'm coming, Renwell.
I'm not scared.
Fuck. Why did she die just now?
I'm totally fine. Not on my watch.
You're mine!
Light Astral Energy Art Seal!
Oh, I thought I was out of range. Oh.
Blind Judgment. Dad.
This should do it!
Inferno!
Azure Storm!
Going in. I never miss. Hurricane Strike! Beast of I'll bring
flame inside me yearns to be let free.
I don't know, Hank.
Careful not to overdo it.
I'm sorry. I'll do better.
You fight better at a distance. The further away, the better. You and I both. Look sharp. Photon, raging cascade.
This one, there are.
Oh my god! The AI just fucking dies!
Damn it. How long? Can I keep this up?
Don't pull back. They can smell.
And I dies.
It's kind of hard not to, Kisara.
Yeah, I just haven't really been using it. It takes HP to cast. And plus only certain attacks can activate it. And I haven't memorized it. Whoa, what was that? I don't know what I just did. But it looked cool. New attack. What was it called? Dang it. Was it Rising Wyvern? No. Has to be a skill with... oh, Severing Wind, it must be. Because it has 0 uses. Was it an air attack? I don't think so. Yeah, it was not. Must have been Severing Wind. Let's try it out. I don't think that was it. And we're all dead. Holy F. I'm gonna try to put on the anti-fire accessory, duh.
This one's tough, but we have no choice.
Let me know if you need healing.
Here it comes. Focus.
On your toes, everyone.
Leave the chargers to
Suddenly
me.
turning tail doesn't seem so ridiculous.
Why? Are you scared?
Me? Are you?
Do you even have to ask? Of course I'm scared.
Focus up before we become that thing's lunch.
It's summoning Zoogle? Take care of them while keeping an eye on it. Watch it. Annihilation! Mega
You're
Ray!
mine! Throw away! Eat dirt!
Armor won't save you! In a bind?
Dance in the wind! This one's mine!
Denied.
A whirling struggle. Don't mind if I do.
Raining blast!
Hurricane strike.
How about this?
Beast assault.
Healing circle.
I could do without this.
Explosive ring. What is that?
Mega ray. Time to strike.
Be careful not to...
It's not in my arts section at all. It's a follow-up. Flaming Edge. Megasonic Thrust. Dragon Swarm also does it. Okay. and Orochi's Gale Force. Okay, let's do it.
I'm sorry. I'll do better.
Dragon form!
Amazing.
Oh yeah, they resist the pyro attacks for sure.
Blow away!
Now you see what I can do.
Take this!
Thanks, Kisara.
Why'd you heal me?
To stop you dying?
Right.
Take this!
Field. Great job. Let's get you all tucked away.
Tiger Blade! Dragon form!
Inferno. There you go. You're so loud. Freeze Lancer. I'll heal you all.
Leave the charge!
The camera in this battle is so fucked up.
What would I do without you? I owe you, Tion.
Healing is what my arts do best.
All mine can do is cause havoc and destruction.
Pierce!
In here. Healing circle. Over the stockpile. This one's mine.
Look sharp!
Just what I need.
The flame inside me yearns to be let free. I can carve through anything in a bind.
Hurricane.
Look sharp! Dragon!
Light after light. Blah, blah, blah. It looks like you got this one covered. Let's get right in there with the others.
One more!
One at a time. Falling healing. Here I go. Got it.
Tiger Blade!
Now
Mega
let's
Blade! Chill!
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished.
Will this help? If it's in the sky,
It's
it's
mine. Tempest Whirl.
You're mine!
Go get it. My judgment. Tunnel.
I'm back.
going in.
Whirling struggle.
Take this!
Healing circle. Winds of
Coyote
heaven.
will take this!
You're all
And just like that, I'm back in it.
Start by holding the front line.
No sooner said than done.
A new year. Field. I'll heal you all. There with the
Power
others.
of light. I'm
Healing circle.
I don't know what I'd do without you.
Perhaps now isn't the time?
I really don't.
Camera, please. God.
Beast assault.
Healing
Ready,
circle.
slap!
Hurricane
Azure
strike.
Storm!
I'll take you all on. Ha! Flare the Malisa.
Lunar corruption. Lunar blast.
Ready,
Back
slap!
into the fray.
Beast
Dragon
assault.
form!
Annihilate.
Keep up the pressure.
In here. I'll heal you
Tiger
all.
Blade.
Let's get you all tucked
Ryan
away.
Powell.
Healing
Here I
circle.
come.
More
I owe you one.
from
Strike!
Looks like you came to my rescue again.
You need to be careful. With the blazing sword and with
My
my
head's
sword.
spinning just one.
winds of heaven. Burst forth.
Take this!
Hurricane strike.
In here. Healing
Ready,
circle.
slap!
One more.
Azure Storm!
Appreciate
Mega
it.
Sonic Thrust!
Beast assault. Blah, blah, blah. Magic. Field. Get out there with the
Hurricane strike. Here I go.
Carry you to
This
shore.
one's mine.
Lightning.
Beast
Godzilla.
assault.
Now I'm out of ammo. Watch and weep.
Hurricane strike.
Lightning. Radiant storm.
Hurricane strike.
Blast Booster!
Lunar corruption. In here.
Lunar Rumble!
Chinese supernova. Annihilation. More without a
Ready,
weapon.
slap!
Hurricane strike. Beast assault.
Dragon Swarm! Azure Storm!
No time.
Hurricane strike. Beast assault.
Magic. Freeze.
You're mine!
Hurricane strike.
In here.
Storm!
Make it red. Do it.
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone.
Yeah. Only wave 1 and it takes me that long.
Here come more.
You'll just have to keep fighting.
Beast assault.
An astral art?
That's my cue.
Azure Storm!
Shut
him down!
Inferno strike.
Raging now. Astral energy. Full throttle.
A flawless victory.
Naturally.
Come and face me! Blow away!
Don't mind if I do.
Azure Storm!
Look out, lady.
Healing circle. Supernova. Here goes. Down in your dreams. Burning
Here I come! Azure Storm!
Tempest Whirl. Now with that here goes. Pierce evil. Now.
Still!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
On guard! Hear me! Flame of fury! Burning tiger blade!
Glacier spear.
Pure evil! Not in your dreams!
Make it red!
Not this one now!
You fight better at a distance. The further away, the better. You and I both.
Not a chance!
Healing circle!
Alright! Here I come! Raining
I
blast!
never miss!
Look sharp!
I killed Dr.
Take this!
Hurricane strike! A freezing
Going
storm!
in.
Wind astral energy!
Make it red!
Hear my call!
Azure Storm! You're mine! Azure Storm! It's over! Look sharp! Raining blast! You're mine!
Yeah.
That did it!
I have no idea how far into the fight I am either.
They're all coming after me!
I'm coming, Renwell!
I'm not scared! I'm totally fine!
Armor won't save you! Take this!
Mega Ray! Lightning Squall!
Burn!
Where are you going?
Take this!
Crescent Moon!
Blew away!
Tiger Blade! Lightning Orb! Inferno! Raging Cascade! Not in your dreams! Giant Instant! Give them this! Whoa! Hey! One at a time! On guard! Burning Strike!
Raining blast!
Malevolent!
Here!
Healing Circle! Freeze!
Huh?
Going in! Escape my shutdown! My walk! Hurricane Strike!
Ignite!
Primed and ready!
Feast your mind!
Ray!
This
Magic is flaming meteor!
is looking good! Can't move!
Holy fuck.
Don't leave me all alone here.
Supernova! Will this help? May 1,000 gales tear you to shreds!
Raining blast!
This one's mine.
Will this help? Signal require complete hurricane strike! Beast assault! Healing circle! Firmament render! There!
Barn up.
Right! Field! Wall! Lightning!
Their arcs were interrupted.
Hurricane blast! Beast assault! A whirling struggle! Winds of heaven! First
Switch to offense.
It's on!
Knock it into next week.
In a bind? That
in here!
Beast assault.
Not today!
Appreciate the help.
Lunar corruption!
I'll take you all on. Ha! Flare Demolisher.
Hurricane field!
Beast assault.
Confiscated! Mega ray!
Take this!
By the power
Raining
of water!
blast! Azure Storm!
Hold on to your arts!
Orochi's
Here I
Fury!
come! Lunar corruption!
If it's in the sky, it's mine.
Let me Annihilation! Mega
Here I
ray!
come!
I'm Gemini! Sorry!
Fucking Renwell, God.
Flying!
Tiger Blade.
I'll bring you back from death!
Chill out, me.
Bring you back from death to
Azure
this!
Storm!
Inferno Crossing.
It won't end like this.
That's been a smart...
And this garbage camera, too.
Not in your dreams!
Try harder!
Anything in
Now.
armor is all mine.
Rimmo!
Astral energy!
Say no more! Got it!
Well done!
Guardian Field.
Ignite!
Raging storm! Up and
You're
out!
mine.
Let's go!
Raining slash! Azure Storm! It's over! Raining slash!
The power of light.
Mirror
I'm
escape!
ready to go. Far enough.
What would we ever do without you, Kisara?
You've got a whole team to rely on.
Yeah, well, maybe apart from one individual. You're feistier than you look.
Can't change the future without getting your hands dirty.
Dramatic.
Armor won't save you.
No further!
Will this help us train harder?
I'll heal you all. Wind astral energy. Back into the fray. Back into the fray. I'm all freed up. Banana, I'll heal you all.
Here I come!
Tiger blade.
Oh, fuck.
A freezing storm. Tornado.
I own one!
Tempest
Take
whirl.
this! That did it!
to be sealed.
I'll bring you back from death's abyss.
Oh, what game?
It's about to strike.
Look sharp, everyone! It's on!
Everyone all right?
We won't surrender.
What was that?
We won't retreat, not yet.
Whatever you do, just please stay safe.
I'll bring you back from death's abyss.
How are we supposed to take on something so big? I'll handle it. Just watch and learn. This should
Huh?
do it. That's enough.
I think I just wasted that item.
Don't back down.
If this is the end, I mean. Yep. Shit. A very expensive item.
Everyone okay?
Yeah, I think so.
That thing scared the pants off me.
It felt like it had a different aura than other Zeugles, didn't it?
Yeah, it wasn't like the one that Almadria sicked on us either.
Its elemental astral energy variance was out of this world. It was like fighting a lord.
I guess it's safe to assume that if it came out of the wedge, it must have played some part in helping harvest astral energy. But what?
Perhaps a living spirit vessel? It's plausible, given the location. Or it may be part of a new force dispatched to regain control of Dana.
If we assume that monster was one of the 4 beams of light, we must have prevented something from taking place here.
I'd like to think so, knowing how much grief it gave us. But at least with that out of the way, we can keep moving forward now. Let's go.
I agree, Hank. I think I played better that time. Obviously far from perfect, but it was better.
I'm in good form. I'll crush any enemy with my mace.
Awesome! We've got an avatar of destruction here.
Truly, she leaves naught but rubble in her wake.
Are you guys asking to be her next target?
I think I'm getting stronger.
Nobody cares, Rinwell. So Hank, on Discord when you joined me, I was watching the behind the scenes of the Genshin music. Hoping, you know, someone might join me. But I think you joined right when I decided to go live on Twitch, so... Ooh! That's a spaceship, dude. This is what the other side of the volcano looks like? prime farming issue. Farm fence? Anyone that's not looking right now, please take a look at Kisada's strongest shield right now. Oh, it's not even strong, it's highly deflective? I don't know what that third stat is. Fork. Oh, it has a little rapig on the end of it as well. Yeah, it's giving them crazy penetration, but the other stats are just demolished. So that's pretty interesting. I don't think I have enough of an understanding of the game to take advantage of it, dude. What the heck? Everyone has a weird farm weapon. This is literally just a carrot with a bow on it. Sirs, watering can. Oh man, this is good stuff. Her book is a rapig on a cow and a chicken on top of the rapig, which is really cute. The texture of the leaf wheat compared to the texture of the animals. Did I see what his is? They didn't have any ideas for this.
Did we really just spend that much money?
Okay, story time.
Alphen?
Did you remember something?
No, but I have seen this starship before. This is it. This is the ship I traveled in when I escaped from Lenegis.
Three centuries later, and it's no worse for wear. I'll take a look at the internals.
Damn! I'm amazed it still works at all after all this time.
The past meets the present. I really am from a different time and place.
Yeah, but you've got us now, Alphen.
Not only that, but you've helped out so many people, too.
Law's right. Rinwell too. You're one of us now. No more carrying the weight of history on your shoulders. You're a part of this world.
Right. Thanks, you guys.
How's it look?
It should fly. All internal systems seem to be operating. However, considering how long it's remained inactive, I suspect it will take some time before it's ready for takeoff.
How much time are we talking here?
Starship mechanics are not what I'd call my forte, so I'd rather not hazard a guess.
So we've just got to sit around here and wait? I'm terrible at waiting.
That's because you're a child. Oh, but how about we use this time to prepare and gather supplies for the trip?
Good idea. Who knows when we'll be back from Lenegis once we leave. We should prepare ourselves for every possible scenario before we go.
Let's try not to stay away too long. I'd hate for anything to happen to the place while we're gone.
Either we race ahead, or we take due precaution to ensure we have no regrets. I shall leave it up to you as to how we proceed, Alphen.
Works for me.
Okey-doke. I guess now is the side quest time. They're kind of suggesting that it might possibly be point of no return, but they're kind of suggesting that it might not be. So I don't know. I think it's not worth taking my chances. Really like that I can see that town over there, Palladian. I wonder how consistent the game is with the world map. I don't think it involves anything, Hank. Just, you know, it's kind of like when a game tells you, are you sure you want to continue? You might not be able to come back. So, I can go now, I'm pretty sure. Playtime. 46 hours. I mean, I doubt it's like a point of no return because it's the end of the game. I think it's just gonna be another world to explore. Well, that's what I'm saying, Hank. I believe that was the prompt. That's how I feel, anyway.
Finally. If only we could have flown with the wind to get here faster.
I'll do my best. Here. This one's
Together, that wasn't even a problem.
Yeah, but better safe than sorry. I think there's no harm in being paranoid for this particular instance. Just do the side quests that I originally planned.
shield. That was a shot.
Lunar Arc! Blow away!
As if the normal creepy crawlies aren't disgusting enough.
Try harder! Not a chance! Aim for the weak spot! Leave the charges to me! You're mine! Did you see this coming?
This is looking good.
A whirling marble. Winds of heaven. First force. Cyclone.
Why'd you hear me?
To stop me dying?
Guess I had to use it sometime.
Breaking.
I'll take you all on. Ha!
No, I want to do my side quests.
You'll pay for that!
I owe you, Sion.
Healing is what my arts do best.
All mine can do is cause havoc and destruction.
Blow away! I'm not done!
It looks like you got this one covered.
Guard the shield!
And just like that, I'm back in it. Start by holding the front line. No, just as well, I'm here to stop.
D Ruby did imply that.
Guess I had to use it sometime.
And I'm just gonna do what I can,
The shot.
and when I can't, then we'll go.
I don't know what I'd do without you.
Perhaps now isn't the time.
I really don't. Is this what real pain feels?
Not done yet!
I'll heal you all. Where are you going?
Now you see what I can do! This one's all mine!
Quite, unique.
Take this!
Tiger Blade! Oh, thanks for the healing. Watch yourself, okay? Yeah, you too.
You're mine!
My head's spinning just watching you. I don't have no breath.
I owe you one!
Winds of heaven.
Soaring right
Got it.
there! I owe you
Now's
one!
our chance.
Take this!
Inferno
I'm
Crossing.
not done!
Look sharp.
Try harder!
Let the Inferno Crossing.
Raining blast!
Magic is there.
Far enough. Look sharp.
This one's mine.
It's on!
This one's mine.
Well, this is their field.
This one's mine.
Malevolent.
Their arms were interrupted.
So you came to my rescue again.
You need to be careful. With the blazing sword, and with my thorns.
Shion.
Here!
Look sharp.
Dragon form!
Magic is there.
Explosive ring!
Tiger Blade.
Amazing. Don't leave me all alone here.
Oh yeah, dude, Hank, let's fucking go.
Now, astral energy.
Say no more.
Take this! Raining
It's showtime. The enemy is going all out.
Why is... Oh shit.
Reinforcements incoming. Not a problem. Right here. I got you.
Not today!
This one's mine. That's it.
Blow away!
Whew. Doing several thousand hits.
Try harder! Not a chance! Raining flash! Try harder! Not a chance!
Thanks, Shion.
Be careful not to overdo it.
I'm sorry. I'll do better.
I bet it's gonna be tiny, but yeah.
That move.
Here comes a big one! Stay away from my friend!
Oh, did he spawn, dude? Shit.
I'll bring you back. Where are you going?
Try harder! The flame inside me
Yes.
yearns to be left free!
It's showtime.
Take this!
Here goes.
Blow away!
Resuscitation.
Raining flash!
Magic is
Blow
there.
away! Try harder! My turn!
Mega Red. Perfect move.
Now! Dragon form!
Is this what real pain feels like?
Going in.
Raining flash!
Nothing gets
Blow
by
away!
me.
Raining
Inferno Crossing.
This one is almost in the bag.
We're not done yet. It's just falling back.
Then it's time for you to do what you do best.
Try harder.
Far enough!
Not a chance.
Medicine I never miss.
Strike! Blow away!
Ready to go.
Raining strike!
Go Tiger Blade!
Blow away!
Look sharp!
Lunar
You're mine!
Crimson.
Guardian Field!
Raining strike!
Hurricane
A new lease on life. Sorry.
Light up the dark!
Strike!
Oh, she has no CP.
It looks like we made
That's
them
why.
mad.
This should do it!
Oh, she's dead as well.
I'll smash you! Leave the target to me!
I hope this medicine works as promised.
Beast assault! Far enough!
Here I come! Raining slash!
Falling storm!
Blow away! Raining slash! Blow away! Burn! Raining slash! Dragon form!
Shield and mace!
Explosive ring!
Got him. Oops.
Astral energy. Full throttle.
That was like 40 hours after obtaining that side quest. That was the one from the very beginning of the game.
Improving.
And it was still pretty hard. Yeah. Like, I'm pretty sure they intended
Always good to be back
for
in
that
familiar
side quest to
territory.
just linger. Just to remind you to come back and do things later.
This flavor. Why, it rivals the cooking of my own chefs in the palace.
Yeah, when Zephyr was alive. We got that side quest before getting side characters. Everyone's like, why are we fighting this thing?
Yeah. What?
Right. Afraid not.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh shit. He might just be on a shorter delay. And was probably expecting it as well.
Hey, Alphen. You mind if we take a bit of a detour?
It's fine by me, but what for?
Rinwell says there's a phantom flower that grows around here. We want to look for it. It won't take long, promise.
A flower, huh? Alright, let's take a look.
Oh no. Oh no, dude. On one hand, I'm dreading it and terrified. And on another hand, I really hope I entertains a bunch of people.
Look out!
My Amnesia stream was like, it felt good because it seemed like it was kind of like a big deal. So many people showed up at the same time, which felt nice to me.
You just had to make things difficult.
400,000 HP. Level 54?
For us, didn't you?
What are you muttering about? Focus or you'll get hurt.
Don't worry. I'll have this wrapped up in a flash.
Raging Storm!
Flaming meteor!
Go for the weak point!
Glacial Spear.
Easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop.
Blew away! Try harder!
Leave the charges to me.
Blew away!
Light up the dark.
This one's mine! I owe you, Tion. Healing is what my arts do best. All mine can do is cause havoc and destruction.
Goodbye! Blew away!
A whirling trouble! It's like you got this one covered.
You're mine!
Falling
Blew away!
Freezing storm. Time to shine.
Not today! Try harder! My turn!
By the power of
Blew
water.
away!
Annihilation. Crescent moon. Eat dirt.
Megasonic thrust!
Burning.
No escape!
Light up the dark.
I never miss.
You just have so much HP, holy cow.
Away from my friends! Blew away!
Kisara always fucking dead.
Tornado! I'll bring you back from death's abyss. Resuscitation!
Take this!
I'll heal you all!
Raining! No! Can't
Gonna
end
smash.
here!
Healing circle! I'll bring you back from death's abyss. Just what I needed.
This is definitely a do it later.
I'll bring you back from death's abyss.
Don't want to waste any resources.
Resuscitation! Glacial spear! Pierce evil! Arch Freeze Lancer! Thunderblade!
It might be.
Can't move!
Resuscitation!
Which means we're definitely coming back. Or gaining the ability to travel back and forth.
Light as dance in the wind! Air the take care of Pluto. We've reached our destination.
What? What?
Yeah, this dude never heard that all the lords are gone, and he's still holding his post.
All right.
That's kind of cool.
What?
And he has such a nice guy voice. That's cute. Actually, I don't think I can do this side quest.
Always good to be back in familiar territory.
Turns out he never was a bad guy.
Sure.
Yeah.
Racking up the money, dude. Explosive gunner? Gunslinger? Sick. Penetration. Ooh. Dude. New spell just straight up called Explosion. You know what? Let's do it. But yeah, NBK, who knows? Maybe the game will just be bad, which is gonna suck. If so. But hopefully not. I am dreading it, man.
I finally made it.
No way.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
That can't be.
Sure.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. As long as you're terrified.
I must say,
I'll have you know,
to be the one to spoil their
I am pre-terrified.
it was the same with Alphen and Shion. Too much affection can be hard to bear. In fact, you look sort of pleased, Dohalim.
I have the privilege of witnessing their new start together. Few things can mar such joy.
What if it were you?
What indeed?
Alright, you know what? I think I've run out of doable side quests. Well, not quite yet, but pretty soon it looks like.
We finally made it.
I need to make sure I have one of everything for her. Hopefully
Have you
the
guys
side
checked
quest
your equipment lately?
will let me continue. Wow. She's not satisfied with my books. Alright. Guess we're going to outer space, yeah.
We've reached our destination.
Just go ahead and hard save on an old slot. Then the next save will be on a new slot. Space gameplay. Yeah, the prediction vanished.
What is?
All this. When we first started this thing, did you ever imagine we'd be going to Lenegus? After all, this is the sort of thing I was rebelling against when I ran away from home, right?
I'm sure Zephyr would be proud if he knew what his son was doing right now.
And a little shocked, too.
We're defying the order of things that have persisted for 300 years. Deep down, I knew our journey would lead to confronting Lenegus.
Yeah, you maybe, but you're a Renan. The rest of us can barely even picture what it means to leave Dana.
No offense to Shion and Dohalim, but it's worth remembering we're heading into enemy territory.
No offense taken, and this is no picnic for me either.
Remember, our aim is to ensure that both Lenegus and the Renan homeworld leave Dana alone for good. I don't think we'll be able to avoid a fight.
Is there no way we can talk them into leaving us alone?
Leave me alone!
Whoa!
The
How did you do that?
Sure.
No freaking way!
A way to make it work with Shion and Dohalim, right? And it's not just us. If places like Menancia can do it, then why can't we?
Because there are still many of my kind who believe it was right and natural that Rena reigns over Dana.
That really was magic.
There are those on Lenegus who have never stepped foot on Dana. I doubt whether they'd even listen to Danans.
Look, none of us want to fight. But these are the same people who fired that wedge down on Dana. What happens next is on them.
Right. We're not going to sit back and wait for them to oppress us again.
Right.
Don't forget, there's also a good chance the Red Woman is somewhere on Lenegus. And wherever she is, we should find the Renaissance too.
That's right. If we can take it back, then Shion can finally get rid of her thorns. Shion?
Huh? Yeah.
Where? Shion? Where'd Shion go? How could she just go off on her own?
Hold on. How in the world did you do that? Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Is there no way we can talk them into leaving us alone?
Leave me alone!
My stupid bark. What the fuck? But seriously, what the heck? Like... Okay, at this point you had to have seen the subtitle. But she says it in like 2 seconds.
Is there no way we can talk them into leaving us alone?
Leave me alone!
God damn it. I forgot about my bark again. That's crazy, dude. Was it purely coincidental?
She's not over there. Where did she run off to? Shion.
Where did she run off to? Where could she possibly be? Kisar said, I hope they leave us alone. Oh. Okay. My clip didn't get Kisara saying that, so I think it didn't anyway. Or maybe I just didn't notice. That was great though. Can I spoil Ni no Kuni 2 right now? I'm gonna spoil Ni no Kuni 2 right now. So, there's this part I really hate to death in that game, and it's part of why I think the game is like a 3 out of 10. Despite being overall kind of fun. There's just so many dumb shit in it. Like, oh shit, like the main character is such a nice, good guy. And, you know, you go through the whole game with him being that nice, good guy. And then they want to trick you.
It's your thorns? But why?
Like, they couldn't come up with a clever way. But they just make his eyebrows look angry all the time.
Just now, I looked
And he has this evil grin that he's never had before. Non-stop. For like the whole cutscene, and it just doesn't make any sense. And they're trying to make him look like he's betraying us. Or betraying the party, rather.
Wait a second. Are you planning to go alone?
Shut up!
Why would you do this?
I told you to shut up!
And then the resolution to it is that it's just like, oh no, I wasn't. Everything's normal. What do you mean? So it's just like, oh.
I refuse to let you.
I won't tell you again.
I'm paraphrasing, but it essentially felt that way to me.
That's the case.
And it made me really mad.
Shoot me!
Sorry, cutscene. I think the characters and the writing and the story in that game is absolute garbage. The gameplay was fun.
Do you remember back when I was stabbed? By Volron?
Yeah. I thought for sure that he had killed you back there.
That wasn't the first time.
Is it just me or are they talking
First
really
time.
quiet?
Was when I was only a child. After that, no matter how often, I just couldn't die.
Couldn't die? So you're immortal? How's that even...
I've seen you die.
But tell me how is something like that possible?
My thorns. They're me, but at the same time not. They're part of me.
This part of the game just reminded me
I have
of
no
that.
idea why, but my thorns will never let me die. At least not before I'm meant to.
You can't die before your death?
When my thorns free themselves, it will be my death. I've seen it. A darkness that swallows up everything until nothing remains. It's a vision of oblivion I can't escape. I want to believe it's all just a bad dream. But no matter what I tell myself, I know it's not.
Yeah, but you... Wait. The whole reason you needed the Renaissance was to get rid of your thorns, right?
If I burn away what's inside, then what will happen to the rest of me? Right. Either way you look at it, I'm going to die. But if I am going to die, I figure I can at least take my thorns out with me. That's what I've been after this whole time.
That's why you turned your back on your fellow Renans and chose to fight with us, isn't it? And while we've all been fighting to keep on living, you have been with us fighting desperately to die.
That was the plan.
Did you come up with a cool mechanic for
Then I met all of you.
her unwillingness to die? To be the
Before I knew
revive
it, I
or
didn't wanna
restart
die
or
anymore.
retry mechanic? What is this noise? What the hell was that?
Don't lose hope yet. We'll find a way to save you. There's still time to.
It's pointless.
Why?
Because the darkness won't just consume me. The truth is, it will consume all of existence as well. It was only a suspicion at first. But ever since the Red Woman triggered my maiden powers, I've been more certain than ever before. It was then that I finally came to realize my powers were holding my thorns in check the entire time. But they don't anymore. Not since Lenegis, when the wedge fell. Every day, I feel the thorn's power growing stronger inside of me. Pretty soon, I won't be able to hold them back anymore. And when that happens,
They will consume all existence.
What does that mean?
And that's why you wanted to leave by yourself. You planned to find the Renaissance on your own and sacrifice yourself to stop the thorns.
That's too much. It's way too much.
when this all began, I didn't care what happened to me or anyone else. And what happened to the Renans or the Dahnans didn't matter to me at all. I know I have to die, but I don't want to. Not now that I have this. I wish we had never met. Then I wouldn't have to feel this way.
Shionne!
Elphin?
Shit. Oops.
Dying is no better than being a slave. How can you endure this?
Elphin.
It's not fair. I don't care what anybody says. I won't let it happen. We can fight this. We'll fight until the end together. Isn't that what you said to me before?
Even if it should mean that it'll be the end of everything else too.
What is this lore behind her thorns, dude? What?
You want? It's your decision ultimately. But if you decide not to fight fate, I will. Even if I have to do it alone.
No, you won't be alone. I'll fight as well.
Count me in as well. I want to be a force for good, not hate.
And me too. I meant it with all of my heart when I told you before. Neither of you are alone in this at all.
You guys...
And I, for one, don't believe this venture is without hope.
Huh?
Shion is the descendant of a maiden from 300 years ago. Given the circumstances, it seems very likely that those events have some connection to her thorns.
Uh-oh.
The true
Remix.
nature of which I imagine we will discover as we make our way to Lenegis and uncover the truth of what's unfolding here.
I take it you mean we might
La 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 la.
get rid of her thorns and she'll live?
Twitch, don't ban me.
Though I suspect the nature of the Sovereign is connected somehow.
So be it. I've already lost everything I had once.
You guys
And I won't let it happen again.
are the best. You're right. It is, but
No matter what happens from now on,
I'll always attach it to the end of 15.
all of us are. You are not alone.
Well, why don't you know how popular streaming is these days? Video game companies.
You're all so stubborn.
Okay, well, I'm muting it. I'm sorry. Thank you, everyone. Ah! For right now, and a little while longer, I just want to hold on to this dream. And most of all, more than anything else, I want to be with all of you. So let's go. On to Lenegis. Yeah. So just in case you guys didn't know, I was doing that VO. It wasn't the professionals. So for Poop Masters, we don't really need to hire outside VO.
The end of the world. It's hard to believe, isn't it?
I believe Shion is telling the truth. What about you?
As a friend, yes, I want to believe her. Everything that's happened seems to point towards some sort of great danger that's lurking ahead of us. Still, it's hard to fathom something that could usher outright doom to the world. That those really are the stakes we face.
No, I understand.
Dude, we're
Even Shion
totally
doesn't
killing
seem
a
to know
god
exactly
by
what
the
will happen
end.
to bring it all about.
We have so many pieces of the puzzle in our hands, so many clues, yet the complete picture eludes us.
So where do her thorns fit in then?
Well, I imagine they must sit at the very center of it all. You remember the voice we all heard while we were inside the wedge, don't you?
Yeah, I remember. It was the will of Dana's astral energy come to life. Or that's what we all thought.
Right. And from that, we're able to hypothesize how vast concentrations of astral energy can become sentient. Let's return to when we found Shion in Pelagian.
Yeah,
Her
right,
thorns went
Hank?
wild.
I was thinking the
Contained
same
far
thing.
more astral energy than any mere Renin would normally have inside them.
So you think those thorns might be alive too? That their will is what keeps her from dying? But why would they want to destroy the entire world?
As for that, I really cannot say for certain. Its goals still remain a mystery. It may be a mere fluke that her maiden powers have been
Thank you
able
for
to
clipping.
contain it thus far.
You know, I've noticed since we've met that you like figuring out riddles.
Can you blame me? When one realizes that the world they once thought to be true is but a mere facade, they can't help but seek the truth. Especially when that deception has led to others getting hurt.
Dohalim?
I imagine the remaining pieces of the puzzle that we seek rest somewhere within Lenegis. As for what the final picture will look like, who can say? I think it's best we not dwell on it too much for the time being.
Right.
Yeah, like, how does she know that her thorns are gonna consume all of existence? I don't know about that. We're gonna go talk to her with matching hat, and that's gonna be cute.
How you holding up?
Who, me?
Thorn?
Yes, you. You took a hit from those thorns again, didn't you?
Oh, that? That was nothing.
Compared to what Shion's going through, you mean? Still.
It was more like
even if you
Morag.
yourself might be willing to endure that kind of pain, that doesn't mean Shion wants to have to see you get hurt by her thorns, you know?
Yeah, I know. I'll be careful.
Shion doesn't know how lucky she is to have you around, you know? Dashing in to save her at the last minute.
Yeah, very funny.
I'm being serious. You went up and held her close like you still had that mask on, and you didn't even bat an eye. She really needed that. That's what I mean when I said you saved her. Just like you did with the rest of us.
Thanks,
I just
Kisana.
want for Shion
Thank you
what
for
we all have.
recognizing it.
The ability to touch someone without the fear of killing them. Those thorns have robbed her of the kind of everyday things we all take for granted. And it's not right.
You can say that again. It may be normal for us, but that doesn't make it any less special or important for her. I hope she gets what she wants. I have my own dreams, but a world without her, where she dies so we can all survive, isn't a world I want to live in.
Agreed. It's like more and more keeps getting taken from her, and I'm done with it.
Heck yeah. Fuck this world. Fuck the Renans. Fuck the police.
Can't sleep?
After everything we just heard, how could I?
Fair enough.
Shion's had to deal with so much on her own. Even when we were all laughing and celebrating, she just kept quiet and didn't say anything. I thought she was keeping her distance because of her thorns. That it was because she didn't want to hurt anybody by getting too close. I just figured that that was the type of person she was, you know? But it turned out to be none of that. All this time, she felt like she had to die and sacrifice herself for the greater good. But even then, she didn't think she could say anything to us about it.
I know.
She was so alone this entire time. How could I call her a friend and yet be so completely blind to everything she was going through?
I'm sure it made her happy, knowing you were there for her.
You really think so?
Yeah, I do. If she didn't think of us as friends, I don't think she could have ever opened up to us like that. You were a good friend to her before, and you'll be an even better one now.
Yeah, I really hope so. I want to be the best I can for her. When you think about it, we were all alone in our own way. But over time, we've all found ways to let each other into our lives. I hope Shion's able to do that one day too. No, I mean, I hope she's able to do that more. Lots and lots more. I think it'd be really nice if we could all just be there to support each other when it really counts. And forget about our grudges and pain.
Rinwell.
Did you know?
You mean about Shion?
Yeah, I didn't have the slightest idea. I mean, Every once in a while, I thought something seemed a little off, but I never could have imagined. It's like a completely different world was spinning around me and I couldn't even see it.
You and me both. I mean, I knew something was bothering her, but I could never quite figure out what it was.
You? But you're the one always looking out for her, aren't you?
That's what I thought. But in reality, I didn't understand it all. What I thought was helping and being there for her was actually just driving her into a corner.
At least you figured it out in time, though, right?
I don't think we're out of the woods yet. But yeah, you're right. We brought her back from the edge, and we're going to stop those thorns from taking her, no matter what.
Yeah, with all of us together, there's nothing we can't handle. Shion, the world, we can save everyone. And I mean it when I say we, Alphen.
I know. No lone wolfing it.
Hey, you're the expert on what my dad would say. Do you think he'd pat me on the back or tell me off?
Zephyr, I don't think that he'd have that much to say, to be honest. You're your own man now, Law. And you've already made up your own mind about what you want.
I guess he couldn't say anything even if he wanted to.
Law.
Sorry. I guess those of us amongst the living have enough problems to deal with, don't we? We'll need all our strength to save Shion. I'll probably end up worrying again at some point, but I guess I'll think it over more then. That okay?
Yeah, I think it is.
Sometimes I think it's awkward, but I do appreciate that they still talk about his father having passed earlier. I can't really think of any examples, but sometimes I just get the feeling that some games just have a thing happen and then move on beyond it and don't really bring it up again, especially for side cast members. I don't know, I could be just feeling incorrectly. You're saying exactly what Bandai Namco wants you to say, Hank.
Hey, you doing alright?
I seem to cause nothing but worry.
They bring up Van
As
Damme's
much as
death.
I try to look like I have things under control, everyone still worries about me.
You're not the only one.
Hey, do you remember the first time you said I was your friend?
No? When was that? Sorry, I can't remember.
That's okay. It came so naturally to you, I'm not surprised you forgot. I was different back then. The Dahnans were not even people to me, and I knew I would always be alone. But in that room with Deadheim, when you called me your friend, it just shattered the wall that I'd built up around me. Because until that moment, I'd only seen you as a means to an end. I thought of you as a way to use the Blazing Sword, and to obtain the Renis Alma. But after that day, one time became two, and before I knew it, you'd made a habit of calling me and Dohalim your friends. It didn't matter that we were Renans. You cared about us as you would any other people. Then, everyone else started to call me their friend too. To think of me as their friend. Before then, I never even dreamed I could have that. I didn't want to die and lose you all. But I also didn't want to live if it meant you would all die in my place.
Shion.
But then, I realized I'd only really been thinking of myself that entire time. After saying how I felt, and hearing what you all had to say, I finally understood that.
Girl.
Don't worry, it's okay. I'm not planning on dying anymore. I've met too many people along the way who I truly care about to give in now. So I'll fight. For Dana and for myself. I'll fight against my fate to preserve our future. And I'll win, come hell or high water. I don't know how we're going to do it, but I won't let the world end because of me.
It's going to be a long, hard road ahead, Shion. Our fight won't be over until everyone, both Danans and Renans, can finally live in peace. But I swear I'll be there with you until the very end.
Thank you.
Remember what we learned back in Calaglia? There's no wall so high that we can't break it down.
Yeah. I think you may be right about that.
So I'm just thinking about how this ship is here and how nobody has seen it in 300 years. That means nobody went through that volcano cavern.
We depart for Lenegis.
Which was just on the other side of the Crimson Crow's nest, by the way. And not even the cavern, nobody mountain climbed over it.
Judging by the stench,
Except...
I'd say the animals at the ranch are all grown now.
Except this guy. Who was just here before we got here. What are you buying?
I always love the sound of hammers banging away.
I mean, I guess if he just stands here like this the whole time, he has no idea that it's right there. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, okay. One more hard save before taking off.
Well, it's the moment of truth.
This lady better hold together once we're up in the air.
Law, don't say that. You're going to jinx us.
Speaking of which, Alphen, this bucket of bolts got a name?
A name? You know, I'm not sure she ever had one. I never really thought about it.
Well, after all the trouble we went through to find her, we should give her one, right? I was thinking something like...
Fall Knights.
Huh?
It means owl in the ancient tongue. Literally, the one drawn to the skies.
I like it. Sounds perfect for our little escapade.
Fall Knights. Sick.
Not sure I'm completely convinced, but, well, it's as good a name as any. From now on, she'll be known as the Fall Knights.
Okay, people. We have two goals. First, we need to get to Lenegis and make the Renans finally leave Dana alone. And then, we need to figure out the truth behind Shion's thorns and find a way to save her.
Animated emotes
Sound
are
good?
so distracting. Gosh.
All right. and let's go.
Congrats, Mbun. I mean, as someone that just consistently does 7500s, I don't really... Holy shit, and we're off. Okay, so maybe we're not building a ship at the docks. Space gameplay. The cutscene doesn't count. If I can walk around on the ship, it'll count.
I can still hardly believe it.
Believe what?
I mean, just look at it. The whole of existence, crammed inside a tiny frame.
Now that you mention it, I guess you're right. It does look more like a painting than a living, breathing world.
From up here, all the struggles we've been through feel so insignificant.
Nothing like realizing how small you are to put everything into perspective. Kinda makes the differences between the Renans and the Danans feel pretty small too, huh?
How much longer until we reach Lenegis?
There are better ways to use your time than napping. We should take a moment to familiarize ourselves with the facilities on board before arrival.
Good idea. The starship may end up serving as our base of operations once we're down there. Think you'll be alright with the controls?
You mean the one set to automatic pilot? I dare say I'll manage. I'm basically just here to supervise.
In that case, she's
Yeah,
all yours.
they're all in space right now, and it's like, whatever.
Everything okay, Shion? You seem a little different.
Different? Like in a bad way different?
No, not at all. You seem more driven lately, like you found a zest for life.
This counts. Okay, I'll... Unfortunately, there's no prediction right now, but they did it. Those crazy sons of bitches. They did it. Space looks horrible, but they did it. Let's just appreciate Shion for a sec. Oh, I mean, D Ruby's here. Let's. I brought a perf. I am not disgusting whatsoever. And yeah, Mbun, that is like a super cool way to to win. I've had it happen with Drifloon a couple of times in the past, and it's always sick. Walmart, how do you say that? Luffy or Luffy? Oh. You feel? What the hell? That's really weird. Potatoes, space. I mean, this is cool. We got our little spaceship, you know. And everyone's hanging out. I like that. I appreciate that. This is the men's bathroom. And the women's bathroom. I don't know what the song is a ripoff of. I didn't get that impression. Cryo chambers for those long road trips. Please consult your Space Manual D. Ruby.
You okay? Feeling airsick?
Actually, now that you mention it, not at all. These starships are a remarkably smooth ride, all things considered. Nothing like being at sea, thank goodness.
Glad to hear it. That device there caught your eye, huh?
I was just wondering what it is. It looks big enough to fit a person inside of it.
It's a healing pod. It fixes injuries and illnesses.
Spilled my water.
Oh, you don't say. Well, that should definitely come in handy if any of us get injured while we're down there. Alphen? Was it something I said?
No, I was just thinking back to when I escaped Lenegis, that's all. What with the ceremony and losing control, I was a total mess. Naori laid me inside here.
So, you're saying you got in this thing straight after escaping? Would that mean you were inside for 300 years?
Yes, it sounds crazy, I know. But don't even ask me why I stayed asleep all that time.
That's definitely quite some lie-in, all right. But still, whether you meant to or not, I sure am glad that it's this century that you finally woke up in.
Why do you know the
What do you
theme?
mean?
With the
I don't
amount of
even know
fighting
the
we've done,
theme.
we would have never made it this far without you. And not only that, but... Alphen, can you recall back to what it is that I said to you? Back when we left Menancia? About the dream of coexistence, and needing to learn what it entailed?
Of course. That's why you came with us, right? To learn what you couldn't at home.
Even in that time, I was well aware that what I was living was a lie. But at the same time, I also felt really compelled to fulfill my brother's wishes. I'll always remember him fondly. But the coexistence we're fighting for isn't for him. It's for people now, and those still to come. The world's bigger than just Menancia. My dream is for all Dahnans, wherever they might be, to be free. If I've learned anything on this journey, it's that. And the one who brought me along was you, Alphen. I'll forever be grateful to you.
Well, we're not out of this forest just yet. You should probably save your thanks. At least, until we've dealt with the Red Woman.
I know. But whatever we find when we get down there, I'm through looking the other way.
Kisara.
Probably getting a little ahead of myself, huh? Let's take things one step at a time.
Oh no, I never said anything. You can just assume I'm extremely mad. Interesting, dining table. What are those for?
Hey, Alphen, listen to this! So Law and I were just talking and...
Hey,
That's the
shut
space
up.
toilet.
What's got Law all flustered?
Only that he's afraid of flying, the big baby. And after all that fuss he made about naming the ship, too.
Hey, I never said I was scared. I just think it's, you know, a little unsettling how we're going to be cruising through space in a glorified tin can. That's all.
It's a
What was it,
starship,
Fall Knights?
dummy. That's what it's supposed to do. I don't think there's anything strange about it.
Well, maybe you're the one with the problem then.
Guys. I'm no expert, but I think we can trust Renan technology. It got me to Dana in one piece, remember?
Oh, that's a good point. If you think so, Alphen, it must be okay. Don't you agree, Law?
Hard to argue with that, seeing how you hitched a ride in one of these things before, Alphen. It's just wrong, okay?
Well, I think I should consult the manual, because I have no idea how this thing works. Man, compare this to, like, Doom Eternal.
Is something wrong?
No. I was merely thinking how it had been 7 years, that's all.
You mean since you became a lord and left Lenegis? I guess even someone like you can get homesick, huh?
I am as prone to sentimentality as any other. Tell me though, you too have a history with Lenegis. A traumatic one, no less. This trip will probably mean facing up to some difficult emotions. Doesn't that frighten you?
Well, it is a place where I took the lives of countless people. I'd be lying if I said I hadn't thought about it.
Potato
I can't
space.
keep running forever. The past is what it is. There's no changing that. But the future's what we make it.
I see.
Dohalim?
Forgive me. I was wrong to pry. We have more pressing matters to address. Come back and speak to me when you finish looking around the ship.
I have one more thing to look around.
We'll be going to Lenegis soon.
This must feel like a homecoming of sorts to you, huh? What was life on Lenegis like back then? You know, before you came to Dana.
Let's just say, I don't have many happy memories. I've had thorns my whole life, for as long as I can remember. They called it treatment, but in truth, they were just using me as a guinea pig for their research.
Okay, here we go.
They experimented on you?
That's right. All I was to them was a riddle to solve. They poked and prodded me, trying to figure out what triggered my thorns or changed the form they took. Day in and day out, every single day, one test after another. I'm still surprised they didn't try to dissect me. The look they gave me whenever one of them touched my skin. How could I forget it? Reeling from the pain, like I was a monster or something. Some existence, huh? A blight on any I touched. Helplessly complicit in their pain. I thought things couldn't get any worse, but then they did. I started to have nightmares, visions of the coming apocalypse.
What?
Is it any wonder I lacked a cheery disposition? Unable to so much as touch another soul. Loneliness was my best friend. Sure, I survived, but with the knowledge that one day I'd be swallowed up by oblivion. And that's when it hit me. If I was going to die, then it should mean something. If I have to sacrifice myself to save the world, so be it.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you relive that.
No, it's fine. I'm in a much better place now.
You say it's your destiny to die so that others can live. But why not the other way around? Why shouldn't we be the ones dying to save you?
Are you crazy? Why would you sacrifice your life for...
That's exactly my point. Why should you have to give up your life just because you drew the short straw in the destiny stakes? How is that even right? It's that logic that's used to justify slavery, as if some of us were just meant to be sacrificed. This struggle was never about saving only ourselves. But that doesn't mean we have to give up our own lives to save everyone else's either. If we're doing this to protect people, if we're doing this to save the world from destruction, then that has to include saving each other as well.
Hell
World
yeah.
free of sacrifice.
Hell yeah.
That's what you've been fighting for all along, isn't it?
Not just me. We're in this together, remember? This fight is yours too, Xion. If we're going to win, everyone has to win. There
Good
can be
shit,
no room
Rex.
for losers in this fight. Now I see it. The true nature of our struggle.
A victory without losers. But that means that a Dahnan victory over Rena can't be the end. Do you think we can pull it off?
You bet we can pull it off. We have to. It's the only hope we have of things ever changing.
Yeah, you're right. No one's ever changed the future without aiming for the stars. We can do this. Together.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Yeehaw!
Yeehaw. Space gameplay, baby.
Is everyone about ready? We'll soon be making preparations to land.
Before we do that, just what exactly should we expect when we get down there?
Kisara
We
has a point.
allowed to just
Now that
enter
I
their
think of it,
atmosphere
I
without
don't know the
being
first thing about
obliterated?
Lenegis.
I'd like to hear more too. It's been centuries since I was last there, and they didn't exactly give me the grand tour.
Very well. First and foremost, Lenegis was the base of operations in charge of the crown contest on Dahna. Of course, it also happens to be a city in its own right, complete with its own independent society. Its social structure is based on a strict hierarchy. Put simply, the strength of an individual's astral arts carries great weight.
Enough to determine someone's social rank, you mean? But astral arts are innate, right? So people's positions are fixed at birth.
They can be honed with the right training, and there are admittedly other factors at play. But yes, that's basically the gist. As a result, family lines that churn out lords and their contenders wield disproportionate influence, and those lineages are treated as nobility.
Those capable of only weak astral arts are effectively an underclass, denied the right to descend to Dahna even if they wanted to. Still, even the lowest rung on the Renan ladder is considered superior to being a Dahnan. Keep that in mind down there.
Thanks for the warning. As a lord, Dohalim must have been pretty high up in the pecking order, right? What about you, Xion?
Come on, you've seen her skill with astral arts. You really need to ask?
Fair point.
On arts alone, you're right. I'd have been sitting pretty. But you're forgetting my thorns. They weren't exactly an invitation to high society.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. It's refreshing to be around someone who says what they're thinking. Life's less complicated that way.
Jeez, give backhanded compliments much?
Wait a second. Are you? He is! Lost blushing!
I am not!
Of course, separating people into castes based on something arbitrary like arts is discrimination at its worst. As if such simplistic criteria could ever be a measure of someone's worth.
So this red woman, are we expecting to find her on Lenegis?
I would wager so. Lenegis is too deeply involved in all this to discard the possibility. Chances are she's also connected to the Renis Alma being stolen from us in Pelegion.
If the Renis Alma is being used to exploit Dahna, we need to take it back at all costs.
That red woman's got a lot to answer for. Just as well I've got a ton of questions.
Whoa. What the heck?
We're about to land. The descent could be a little bumpy, so brace yourselves.
If there are clues about your thorns out there, Xion, we'll find them.
That was the space gameplay. That's all I wanted. And it actually does help a lot instead of just
welcome that, but still.
Blank screening
infrastructure
here.
is largely automated. Besides, people won't be expecting incoming traffic while the crown contest is still underway.
Do you think anyone realizes that we're here?
Ship
We may not
Dawkins.
have received a royal welcome, but I doubt our entrance went unnoticed. Don't let your guard down.
I really hope we don't have to fight anybody while we're here.
What a thing to say.
So now what? We've come all this way on a hunch that this red woman is here, right? And if we're lucky, the Renis Alma too. Any idea where we should start looking?
There is an area of the city that is accessible only to the Sovereigns, known as the Forbidden Zone. That seems as good a place as any for us to start.
Forbidden? What are they hiding?
I don't know, hence my desire to find out. Fortunately, we just so happen to have a Sovereign in our midst. In any case, changing the shape of a huge structure such as Lenegis would have required an immense source of power.
Then you think that source might have been the Renis Alma?
Precisely. Alphen said that he remembered the Renis Alma being used in the spirit channeling ceremony 3 centuries ago. Whatever the ceremony's purpose, if preparations are underway for it to be held once more, then the Renis Alma might be in the same place as last time, possibly together with the Red Woman. Hiding something of that worth in the residential quarters would only court trouble. In which case...
It stands to reason we should be looking somewhere normally out of bounds. Is that it?
Indeed.
But it's been over 300 years since I was made a sovereign. You can't seriously think I'll be able to waltz right into the place after all this time.
There's only one way to find out. If there's even a chance you can get us in, I say we give it a shot.
Shion's right. Who knows? We might even find a clue to her thorns while we're at it.
All right. It's not like we're swimming in leads, so let's try to track down the Forbidden Zone.
Isn't that the Kirby game? So, yes. Actually, you know what? He looks good like this. Really good. Alright, new save file.
Beyond that
Straw
wall is a
Hat
city
Space
full of ruins.
Pirates.
The capital city where Shion and Dohalim used to live, no less. Who knows what we'll find on the other side?
Oh, we can just go back whenever we want, guys. You paranoid fools. Sorry, that was Discord scaring me. Wait, is Lenegus, like, being destroyed right now? What is happening?
What in the world?
What in the
Being
world,
right in
indeed?
territory, I was prepared for a lot of things to look different. But this is a bit more than I anticipated.
The very foundations of the city have shifted. What could have caused this?
When Lenegus changed shape, it must have had an effect on the interior too.
Maybe when they sent the wedge down to Dana?
But they wouldn't move around the places where people live. These are their homes, right?
I would think the citizens themselves didn't have much say in the matter. Either way, locating the Forbidden Zone just became that much trickier.
Kind of into
Dohalim?
this song.
Is that you?
Immediately recognized.
Avakir. I'm glad to see you're well.
So it is you! But why are you here? Shouldn't you be down on Dana participating in the crown contest? And these people!
So you haven't heard what happened on Dana, then?
Heard what?
Someone you know?
An old friend.
Hey, Dohalim, don't tell me you've started keeping company with...
They're with
His
me.
face.
More importantly, what's happened here?
I'm really not sure. The city's foundations began to shift without warning, and now everything looks like this. We're all
And we have
waiting
no
for the
idea
Sovereign
why.
to tell us what's happening, but so far...
Avakir, listen to me. We're looking for the Forbidden Zone. Do you have any idea where we might find it?
The Forbidden Zone? What business could you possibly have there?
Trust me. The less you know, the better.
You're just the same as ever. I wish I could help, but what with the changed topography, I can barely locate my own home. Let alone the Forbidden Zone.
Very well. It looks like we'll have to find the way there ourselves.
Murder him.
Have you seen Faria yet?
Uh-oh.
No.
Family member or lover?
I see. Well, nothing much has changed with her. If anything, she's probably even more...
I can well imagine.
Why
I'm
did you
hearing
come
some
back?
weird sound effects.
You know it can only result in pain for you both.
I've no doubt of that.
You really are the same as ever. Fine, I understand. Just don't say I didn't warn you. And take care of yourself. Okay, Doe?
Doe. I should have had him in his underwear.
So who's Faria?
Law?
If
I
what
agree,
Avakir said
Hank.
is true, it would seem the people of Lenegus are being kept in the dark about what's happening down on Dana.
They seem to be just as clueless about what's going on up here in their own world. Despite the fact that it's actually here that the wedge originally came from.
We need more information. Let's talk to the citizens, see what we can find out.
While we're at it, we can ask them about the Red Woman, too.
And don't forget about finding the way to the Forbidden Zone either.
Let's leave the talking to Shion. We can't have a bunch of Danans poking their noses around.
Good idea. I think that's for the best.
I shall assist.
You sure?
Being a lord on Lenegis has its advantages.
Right. Then we'll leave it to you two. The Danans among us should probably keep our heads down.
What if people freak out?
I shall explain it away by saying I'm leading you.
What are we, dogs?
What could be so important? It's worth destroying people's livelihoods and homes in the process. It's just... unbelievable. Uprooting an entire city as if it were mere building blocks. Someone's got an awful lot of questions to answer.
From how it looks, they must be siphoning off astral energy from Dana, and then sending it to Rena.
But why do all this? What for? Surely they can't be using all that energy for the crown contest.
Whatever their purpose, disrupting their siphoning process alone won't be sufficient. Not while we still don't know what their endgame is.
He's right. We need to stop this from happening ever again.
This Forbidden Zone might be where we find some answers, right? So what are we waiting for? Let's get moving!
You heard him. We don't have time to stop and chat. Let's move.
But first, let's stop and chat.
So, I've been wondering, do you think when Lenegis was built, it was even made with people living here in mind?
What do you mean?
Well, none of this happened by coincidence, right? They must have designed it to transform like this. But then, if they knew people were going to live here, you'd think they would have taken that into consideration, to avoid all this chaos.
Ordinarily, yes. You'd think so. Trust me, as far as we were concerned, Lenegis was our home, nothing more. No one knew about all this. It makes you wonder whether the city was just built on as an afterthought. But if so, to what exactly?
Sorry. That probably sounded weird, huh?
Not at all. Sometimes it takes an outsider's eye to help you notice what you've been missing all along. This place is a mystery, that's for sure. Something tells me we'll find answers where we're going, though.
Yeah, you're right, Shion. I'm sure we will.
So nice that they're just not at each other's throats anymore. Is Lenegis done for? The residential quarters falling apart. What is that noise? Oh, is it her? Yep. With everything all topsy-turvy in the residential quarter, there are lots of injuries. Stuff keeps dropping on people and they're also falling down. Wait, what is that sentence?
Oh, dear me. What an unspeakable mess this has all become. Just look at the state of our city. Even the Zeugles have stopped heeding our commands. Whatever did we do to deserve this?
You really have no clue what might have caused this?
Would that I have. Alas, there was no warning, no prior decree. His Highness must have deemed it unnecessary for us to know. We have no choice but to grin and bear it. But do my eyes deceive me? Could I really be standing in the presence of his lordship, Dohalim of the House Ilkaris? I believed he was on Dana.
Your eyes do not deceive you. It is I, one and the same. I have returned to fulfill a special duty, the details of which I cannot divulge.
As your lordship wishes. First, Lenegis mutates beyond recognition. Now, this unexpected visit. The Sovereign's plans are inscrutable indeed. The Ilkaris house has produced a great many lords over the centuries. I shall be praying for your victory in the latest crown contest.
Your good wishes do me an honor.
Where's that tank sovereign when you need him? Can't he see the city's in trouble?
Let's not jump to conclusions now. I'm sure there's a reason he hasn't appeared yet. Let's simply give it time. Huh? Where am I? I just went out for a walk, but now I don't know where I am. I don't know, everything's falling apart and looks completely different. I can't get a hold of Mother or Father either.
You have nothing to fear, kids. I'm sure there's a reason for everything that's going on.
But even the Zeugles are running loose. That seems dangerous.
Zeugles are nothing more than our servants. They may have gotten out, but I assure you, I'll have them back under control before long. If you kids consider yourselves to be proud Renans, then be brave. We'll have the situation fixed before you know it. Nah, they're effed.
In all my years.
Fancy. That word recipe. Ooh. Goddess of Kindness. Increase max speed AG, that's so good. Acquiesce impact. Sick.
I wonder just how many people have been saved by Shion in some form. I'm impressed.
There's rumors flying around about people being saved by a Renan vision of beauty.
Vision of beauty? That's a bit much.
Alphen had better stay on his toes.
Where do I come into this?
Everything will be okay now.
I know the...
Oh no, I'm sorry.
Your lordship. Oh, what a great honor it is to finally meet you. I descended to Dana during the last crown contest also. Alas, when the contender I was backing failed to clinch the title, I returned. I witnessed the deaths of so many slaves.
Indeed.
Sorry to interrupt, but we're looking for a woman dressed all in red. Have you seen anyone of that description?
All red, eh? No, I can't say I remember anyone like that. I imagine she'd stand out somewhat, too.
Yeah. What about down on Dana during the crown contest? You didn't see anyone like that hanging around the lord you were serving?
What's with all these questions? I've never seen her, okay? Not recently or otherwise. Why do you want to find her anyway?
Never mind.
Seems mighty defensive.
Sorry to take up your time.
Push this guy off the cliff. Oh, they're using water arts. That's cute.
The Zeugles suddenly stopped listening to our commands. As soon as we turned our backs, they bolted for the horizon. Nothing like this has ever happened before. We have to put the crown contest on hold. We can't carry it on while things are like this.
Is everything okay? You look a little lost.
Hmm? Oh, yes. I can't seem to find my way home, is all. I was just about to make my umpteenth attempt at a new route.
I was hoping to head this way myself. The situation is a real pain, huh?
I suppose the Sovereign knows best. I daren't stay here too long, though. A lower caste can only linger around these parts for so long before I outstay my welcome. I was hoping to avoid it, but maybe I'll have to go that way after all.
You mean you know another way round?
Lord Dohalim Ilkaris! But how? Last I heard, you were in Dana competing in the crown contest.
Yes, strange, isn't it? If you know another route, we'd be grateful if you could tell us.
But of course. Please forgive me. There's a wall that sprung up ahead of here, with what looks to be an entrance in it. I thought maybe it was a passageway between the different quarters, but I've no way of knowing for sure.
It's worth investigating, at least. I shall go and assess the situation. In the meantime, wait for me here. If it looks safe, I'll come and let you know.
You'd really do that for me? A lord troubling himself for someone of my lowly status?
Our lot in life is of little consequence. We are both Renan, first and foremost.
Oh, why yes, my lord. Thank you.
Well, we've canvassed the city for information. What do you think?
No one has the faintest idea what's happened to the city after all. They haven't heard the news about the crown contest either.
You'd think that info would easily find its way up here. Has it always been like that?
Not to this extent. Which would indicate that something's suppressing the truth. That Lenegis is under some kind of control.
Given everything that's happened to their city, the people here seem weirdly okay with it all.
Yeah, that one guy even said his Zoogle had stopped listening to him. If that's true, these people are in big trouble.
Everything that happens here is attributed to the Sovereign's will. It's the way people have been conditioned. Their belief runs deep. Nothing happens devoid of a reason. To them, it's all part of the Sovereign's grand plan.
The Sovereign's plan. There is one thing I'm still not sure about. Just who is this person ruling over Lenegis?
The Sovereign, of course. He rules from Rena while presiding over both Rena and Lenegis.
Without the lords or anyone in the middle doing his dirty work? Isn't Rena at least the same size as Dana? That's a pretty big dominion for one person to rule over. I would have thought ruling Lenegis alone would be difficult enough.
The points you make are valid, though I confess I'd never given it much thought before. Here, the Sovereign's total authority is as natural as night turning to day. Come to think of it, I know nothing of the nature of how Rena itself is. Shion, have you ever been... No, forgive me. Have you met or crossed paths with, or even heard of someone who's actually made a visit to the homeland?
No, I haven't.
Neither have I. In which case, I would imagine that... But no, surely not. Can it really be that no citizen of Lenegis has ever been there?
Hold up, what are you getting at, Dohalim?
Assuming what I believe to be correct, it's possible that no one on Lenegis has ever laid eyes on the actual Renan homeworld itself. No one but the Sovereign, that is.
But what about trade and communication? There's got to be a flow back and forth, surely.
Not if the Sovereign is imposing his will on Lenegis single-handedly. It could be a one-way street.
But I thought you said that the Sovereign's all the way over on Rena. If that's the case, can he really rule directly over Lenegis from so far away? What if something were to happen to the city, like now?
I'm beginning to wonder what the nature of this Sovereign even is. Alphen said he was forced into the role, right? Just before the ceremony. But Sovereign is also the title given to the almighty Renan ruler. So which one is it?
Whoever wins the crown contest inherits the throne from his or her predecessor, before becoming ruler over all of Rena and Lenegis. Thereafter, that individual is known as the Sovereign. Though, it would appear that the current ruler has gone silent. As for how Volron factors into all this, at this point, I no longer know what to believe.
3 centuries ago, I became the Sovereign here on Lenegis. No, not just became, I was forced to. Me, a Danan. 300 years later, we cross paths with Volron, who also bears the Sovereign's crest. That's not the only thing we have in common. We both became Sovereign without winning the crown contest.
Do you think Volron was made Sovereign for the same reason? Because of that ceremony?
I can't say for sure, but it certainly sounds like it.
But that would mean that two sovereigns would need to exist at any one time. One whose job it is to rule, and the other for ceremonial purposes. We never did see Volron's body back in Ganath Haros. Is a new ceremony underway with Volron at its center this time? Could that be what's causing all this strange activity here?
Wait a second. You don't think Volron and the Red Woman are working together, do you? The ceremony can't go forward without the Renis Alma. The same one that the Red Woman stole.
There's something else the ceremony needs. A maiden. And unless there's another one out there aside from me...
Questions, questions, and yet more questions. Ones that it seems will remain unanswered until we can establish the Sovereign's identity.
If the Forbidden Zone really is off limits to everyone but the Sovereign, that seems as good a place as any to start. For the sake of liberating Dana, too.
Then it's decided. That's where we need to go.
One of the citizens mentioned a passage that she thought might lead to another section of the city. It could point us in the right direction. Let's go find it!
I did plan for this to be a long stream, but I am tired. I am sleepy. And I don't know if it's because this is taking so long or not. Am I gonna wake up?
With nobody left to run the show, I wonder what the people here are supposed to do. I mean, there's sovereigns up on the Renin homeworld, and all their lords were sent to Dana.
But Dohalim was a lord, right?
Only current acting lords have power. Renin society is quite strict about such matters.
Even if the other lords were still around, I doubt they'd be able to do much about the situation.
I wonder what they'd think if they were here to see Lenegis now. Balsif, Ganabelt, Almadria, and Volron. Now that I think of it, aside from Dohalim, we know next to nothing about the other lords.
Well, yeah, why would we? To us Danans, they were just enemies we needed to overthrow. Nothing more.
I know. But seeing Renins in their own city, going about their day-to-day lives, it gets you thinking.
It feels strange to imagine the lords living here too, you mean?
Yeah, a little.
If you're that curious about them, why not try inquiring with some of the locals? Every lord in their household has their share of supporters here on Lenegis. And luckily for us, the people here are unaware of the events on Dana, which means they should be more inclined to talk to us.
I didn't realize Renins oppressed their own kind, too.
And yet, weirdly, none of them seem to mind. Am I the only one who finds that strange?
It is the way things have always been, so no one thinks to question it. You have experience in that regard yourself, do you not?
Unquestioning acceptance of your own servitude. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Even so, the quality of life here seems much higher than any Danan city we visited. I used to think it was impossible to build an ideal society without wealth. But I suppose having it doesn't always mean people are treated fairly either.
More to the point, not a single citizen seems to have even heard of the Red Woman.
What if she's not here? What if it turns out we're looking in the wrong place entirely?
It's still too early to say anything for sure.
For all we know, she might be able to blend in, move around unnoticed. I say we hold off judgment until we've exhausted every avenue.
Tell me, Dohalim, has that skill of yours got a name?
And what skill would this be, pray tell?
You know, when you're talking to people around town. The way they suddenly become putty in your hands.
I'm afraid I don't quite follow.
I do. It's called friendly intimidation. Look imposing and speak in a deep, booming voice, and presto, you'll have people wrapped around your finger in no time.
I would never stoop to such scandalous tricks. Any feelings of intimidation are solely in the eye of the beholder.
So there is a knack to it! How do you learn it? Can anyone do it?
Now you've got me curious. Is there special training to master?
Let's see. An obsession with being elegant is a must. Oh, and it helps to be old-fashioned, too. Bonus points if you speak in a way no one can understand.
If you've a bone to pick with me, it'd be quicker to just come out and say it.
What? They look up to you, that's all. I'm just helping them along.
Hey! What's got into Alvin and Law all of a sudden?
I can barely understand a word they're saying. And what's with the weird poses? Was it something they ate?
I hope you're willing to take the blame for this one.
I wasn't expecting them to take me so seriously. I'll go and have a word with them.
Oh no. When are we getting that scene? Yeah. I think I'm gonna go. But, shoot. That puts a damper on my plans. I think I'm just gonna play, like, for a long time tomorrow, then. I might have to forego Toem again. I want to play this more, so it's probably gonna be that all day. Yeah, well, good night everybody. Thanks for hanging out with me for 3 hours. Have a good weekend.